This is the Flatbush Homegrown Show on telefunkenradio.net. Go to telefunkenradio.net for all your Telefunken Radio needs. And don't forget, you can go to the Spreaker.com website and look for Telefunken Radio, and you can see all the shows archived as podcasts, so you can listen to them on your players. What we are looking for is more presenters. So this is a call out for presenters. I know Spark Mouse, who's a long time Telefunken member, was there right at the start. He used to do these amazing House of Spark Mouse shows, which were like these weird kind of suburban soundscapes. We really miss those, and so this is a personal call out to Spark Mouse. If you're listening now, I think you're in the chat room, but if not, and you're listening on the podcast, can we have those back? So that's a call out for him. We're going to have a quick, what we're going to have here, a quick word from our sponsors, and then a review of the new Quentin Tarantino movie.
Why buy just a video game from Atari or Intellivision? Invest in the wonder computer of the 1980s for under $300, the Commodore VIC-20. Unlike games, it has a real computer keyboard. With the Commodore VIC-20, the whole family can learn computing at home. Plays great games, too. Under $300, the wonder computer of the 1980s, the Commodore VIC-20.
Coming soon, Commodore brings you Gorf, the Wonder arcade game, and Omega Race in home versions. Commodore.
Excitegeist.
It's called Django Unchained, and it's by that weird bloke, what's his name, Quentin Tarantino, and he makes lots of weird films, but this one's alright, I have to say. Like, actually this was weird too, they're all weird. You just make, like, I come in, my college advisor says it's all going to be like making radio shows, and you make me watch weird, quite frankly, pretty violent movies, and then, oh, bloody hell, and The Hobbit, well, don't get me started on The Hobbit, like, I fell asleep 4 times, but anyway.
Q-Train is out again. Again.
Firing this tune straight at Durkat in the chat room. Thanks for joining.
Again. 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 Q-Train is out again. Again. Q-Train is out again. 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 Q-Train is out again.
One night to speed up truth. We had a promise made. 4 hands and then
Made chocolate.
So what else have we got? Well, we've only got about 6 minutes left of the show. I'm wondering why Dirt Cat doesn't have a show, really. Such a regular in the chat room. Why not just have your own show? That would be pretty good. You'd have a lot of loyal fans reciprocating your loyalty. You're listening to 556 One Night C6. And the voices you could hear in the background were from Chester's chocolate lemon salad recipe, which we played earlier in the show. We've had a lot of music from Lincoln in this show because they are so prolific. Next show I'll probably focus a little bit more on what's going on at Studio Blonde. I know there's been a lot of podcasts coming out of London. You can see all of those on the Spreaker.com Telefunken page. Alright, so I was also trying to get ideas for competitions, for giveaways for listeners to the podcast and listeners in the chat room. So ideas. The first competition is coming up with an idea for the competition. So that's it really. Over to you in the chat room. The next tune is Your Kung Fu Is Not Strong Enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, members of the audience and our podcast listeners, this is Flatbush Homegrown.
And that goes double for you, hip-hop.
So we're listening to Your Kung Fu Is Not Strong Enough. This is actually quite a good tune. I play and play. You know what? I'm actually play this when I don't have to play music to people. I play this to myself. Alright, so we've had some great ideas coming in on the chat room for competition ideas. Let's have a look. We've got one here that looks pretty good. Person who can get the most new listeners gets a Casio keyboard off eBay. See, that's really good. That's good for someone, you know, that probably doesn't want to get too involved, but is quite happy to like blatantly spam their friends in order to get a keyboard. I like that. One of my favourites so far, though, is coming up with a new Facebook page image header. I think they're about 800 or 900 pixels wide and maybe about 400 deep. But that would be a good one. That might even be the one I go with, because people can just like send in photos and stuff. That's a really good one. I'm going to think about that. That's definitely the strongest contender. And then we might use, you know what, we might use the most listeners thing as well, because that could just be like an ongoing thing that we could reward people with. I don't know, like a cocktail stick holder or something like that. But the Casio keyboard from eBay is pretty impressive. So it's almost the end of the show. We've got a minute and a half left. I want to thank everyone in the chat room, and if you're listening on the podcast, thank you too. You can leave messages if you're not listening live. You can leave messages on the Spreaker.com page for Flatbush Homegrown. I'm going to play out now with the station's favourite, which is also a little shout out to the station cat, Joan, who's in hospital at the moment, but she should be back in a day or so. So this one goes out to Joan and to all the regular listeners and to podcast listeners and to everyone who kind of raised me up by being in the chat room. Thanks everyone, have a good week and see you soon, really.